Hi friends, in this video we are going to see about what is a stepper motor and the construction and working of various types of stepper motor. So before seeing what is a stepper motor, we will understand what is a motor. So a motor is any device that converts electrical energy into a rotational energy, that is mechanical energy. Then what is a stepper motor? So as the name indicates, when I give input to the stepper motor, it will rotate only one step. For stepper motor, usually I give digital input. Okay. So for one digital input pulse given, the stepper motor will rotate through a certain angle. So that angle, we call it a step angle. So for one digital input, say it is rotating for 6 degree, then 6 degree is the step angle of the stepper motor. So if I want the stepper motor to complete one complete revolution, that is 360 degree, then how many pulses I have to give is 60 pulses, because for one pulse is the digital input I'm referring to. So for one pulse, it's moving for 6 degree. Then for 60 pulse, it will rotate through 360 degree. So a stepper motor is nothing but a device that produces a rotation through equal angles, that is step angle, for each digital pulse supplied to its input. So we'll see what are the type of stepper motor. We have variable reluctance stepper motor, we have permanent magnet stepper motor, and hybrid stepper motor. What is meant by variable reluctance stepper motor? So this diagram shows the basic form of a variable reluctance stepper motor. So it has got a rotor and stator. So rotor is the rotating part of the stepper motor, and stator is the fixed part of the stepper motor. So here you can see the rotor, it is made up of soft steel and it is cylindrical in shape, and it has got 4 poles or 4 teeth. Similarly, the stator has also got fewer poles. So the stator poles, they have wire wound around them. Okay. And the number of poles of the rotor is usually lesser than the number of poles in the stator. So now we'll see how this works. Okay. So for example, say initially I'm going to pass current through this pair of stator windings. So when I pass current to the stator windings, what happens is it produces a magnetic field. So when it produces magnetic field, magnetic lines of force will be produced. So it will try to pass from here to here. So usually what happens is magnetic lines of force, they tend to take the shortest path. Okay. So it will not come like this. So instead it will tend to take the shortest path. So it will attract this teeth here. Similarly, this teeth, it will attract here. So that it can pass like this now. Okay. When it attracts, what happens? Obviously, this rotor is going to rotate in this direction. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the current through this stator windings. Now say if you see this has moved here, this would have moved here, this has come here, and this teeth would have moved somewhere here. I'm going to cut the current through this windings, and I'm going to pass current through these two windings now. So now what happens? This teeth will be attracted here. Again, it will cause the rotor to rotate. Now similarly, I can cut the current here. I can pass the current through these windings. So when I do like this, there will be a continuous rotation of the rotor. So we'll understand this with the help of an animation. So here, if you see, I'm going to pass current through this winding initially. So you can see that this is going to move. Yeah, it has moved. Now, when I give current here, this portion is going to move. Next, I'll be giving current here. So you can see this stage is moving, and I'm going to give current here. So again, we'll see. So when I give current here, you can see this is moving. Now this will move. Now this will move. Finally, this is move. And again, this repeats. So this position of the teeth, now the teeth is aligned with the stator poles, right? So that is called as usually the position of minimum reluctance. And this stepper motor, they generally have a step angle of 7.5 degree or 15 degree. Next is a permanent magnet stepper motor. As the name indicates here, the rotor is made up of a permanent magnet, whereas the stator is going to be the same electromagnet. That means it has wire wound around it. When I pass current through this electric wire, this will be magnetized. So initially, say I'm going to pass current through these two wires in the direction as shown in the figure. So this is going to produce magnetic field like this. So this is going to become north pole and this is south pole. Similarly, this is north and this is south. Okay. So since unlike poles attract each other, what happens is here you have south, here you have south. So this north pole will be attracted towards both the south poles. So hence it will stop somewhere at the middle because to maintain equilibrium. Okay. Similarly, the south pole will be attracted towards both this north pole and hence it will be stopping in the middle to maintain equilibrium. So this is the initial position of the motor, say. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the current here the same and I'm going to reverse the polarity of this current. So I have changed the direction of this current. So this will in turn change the polarity of the magnet. Now if you see, this has become south and this has become north. Now these two poles have become south. So this will attract the north pole of the magnet and hence the north pole from here, it has rotated through 90 degree and it has come here now. Okay. So for one digital input given, the motor is rotated through an angle of 90 degree. So here you can say the step angle of this stepper motor is 90 degree. Now again, I'm going to keep this current, direction of this current the same. I'm going to change the direction of this current. So here you can see. So this will change the polarity of this magnet. So this has become south, this has become north. So now these two are south pole and hence the north pole is attracted to a position between these two south poles. So again, the north pole has rotated through an angle of 90 degree. Again, what I'm going to do is keep this constant and change the direction of this wire, current through this wire. So what happens now, this two has become south pole and hence the north pole is attracted to this newer position. So it has rotated again through an angle of 90 degree. So when I keep on repeating this, I can make the stepper motor to rotate to whatever angle I need. So usually this stepper motor have step angles like 1.8 degree, 7.5 degree, 15 degree, 30 degree or 90 degree. So depending upon the construction, you can like change the step angle of the motor. Next, you have hybrid stepper motor. So as the name indicates, it's a combination of both permanent magnet stepper motor and variable reluctance stepper motor. It will have a rotor that is made up of permanent magnet and it will also have teeth similar to your variable reluctance stepper motor. So here you have two caps of magnet. One is say north and the other one is the south. So wherever there is a space in the south pole magnet, you have a teeth in the north pole magnet. And wherever you have a space in the north pole magnet, you have a teeth in the south pole. So the teeth are alternately arranged. So here you have a north pole magnet teeth and here you have a south pole, again you have a north pole. So when you see this from this side, so this is how it looks. This is how it looks when I see through this side. So this is the view. Okay, so there is alternating north, south, north, south. So initially I'm going to give current to the stator winding such that this is north, this is south. So what happens is the south pole of the magnet will be attracted here, north pole of the magnet is attracted here. Now I can cut the current here, and when I give the current to this phase B and B plus and B minus, now this will become south pole and this will become north pole, and hence this will be attracted here. This north pole will be attracted here, the south pole will be attracted here. So I can repeat this. So when I keep on repeating this, this motor will rotate accordingly. Okay. Say the rotor has got m number of teeth and the stator has got n number of teeth. Then the number of pulses that has to be given for the motor to rotate for 360 degree is given by m into n. So we'll see a numerical problem based on stepper motor. Say a stepper motor has a step angle of 15 degree. So that means for one digital pulse given, it will rotate for an angle of 15 degree. Calculate the digital input rate to be given to the stepper motor for it to rotate at 5 revolutions per second. So the digital input rate, that means that the number of input pulses that has to be given for 1 second. That is the digital input rate. So we'll calculate how to find that. So we'll calculate the digital input rate. So here we need 5 revolutions per second. So for 15 degree, I require 1 pulse. So for 1 revolution, let's find out how many pulses I require. 1 revolution means it is 360 degree. So for 360 degree, how many pulses I require? So it is 360 into 1 divided by 50. So we need to find what is 360 divided by 15. That is equal to 24 pulses. So for one revolution, I require 24 pulses. Now for 5 revolution, how many pulses it will require? It will require 5 into 24. So 5 into 24 is 120. So it requires 120 pulses. So I need 5 revolutions per second. So the digital input rate is, for 5 revolutions per second means it should be 120 pulses per second. So I need to give 120 pulses per second for the motor to rotate in the speed of 5 revolutions per second. So thank you for watching the stepper motor. Hope you would have understood the basic construction and working of various stepper motors. Thank you for watching once again.